Welcome back, guys. David Parks with Exploring Parks. Today I'm going to be covering more flashlights because on my last video covering the OLIGHT S1R2 Mini, I had a lot of people message me wanting me to do a video on probably one of the most popular inexpensive options on the market, and that is the STREAMLIGHT MicroStream. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to compare it with an OLIGHT that's kind of in the same price range, and then I also got a light that probably no one's ever heard of, but it's very affordable. So I want to see how these stack up and if the MicroStream lives up to the hype. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover different categories, which you'll see right here, and we'll figure out which one's better. So let's get to work. Alright, so let's go over the specific lights that I have. So I've got the STREAMLIGHT MicroStream, the OLIGHT i5T EOS, and for the no-name brand one, I've got the LE Micro Pen Light, and this is going to be the longest one at 5 inches. Out of all of these, I think the OLIGHT feels the most solid. They're all going to have aluminum body frames, and they're all gonna have the push buttons on the back of the light. Okay, so there's that. So now let's get into the specific details on each one. Alright, so let's get into the price. The most expensive one on the list is the most popular one, which is interesting because the reason why it's so popular is because it's so cheap. So this I bought for $34, and then I went to the site today and it's at $41, so that's kind of interesting. The next one, which hit second place, is OLIGHT. I only bought this for $29, and it's still $29. And of course, the most inexpensive one is going to be the LE for $14, and you get two. So it looks like this gets the W for cost. And the next category, which is probably one of the most popular categories, is going to be light output. So the one that has the most lumens is going to be the OLIGHT. But there's a catch. This STREAMLIGHT Micro has more candela than the OLIGHT. So this is actually brighter than the OLIGHT, even though the OLIGHT has 300 lumens and the Micro has 250 lumens. And I'll show you in the comparison video what that looks like. So the OLIGHT has 300 lumens and it has 910 candelas, while the MicroStream has 250 lumens, but it has 1,150 candelas. As for the LE, I have no idea how many candelas this has, but it has 120 lumens. So it looks like the STREAMLIGHT Micro gets the win for light output. And on to the next category, we're going to be talking about batteries. Alright, so the OLIGHT and the LE both take standard batteries. So the OLIGHT will take a AA and the LE will take two AAAs. So in my opinion, these win the category as far as battery goes because it's so convenient to grab AA and AAA batteries. On the other hand, the MicroStream is a lithium ion battery, which when you pull the lens cap up, there's a USB port, and there's some perks to that. I like having a USB port, but worst case scenario, it's a lot easier to get batteries at the store than it is to carry a battery bank with you to charge this once it runs out. So sorry, MicroStream, you don't win this one. All right, next category, battery life. So the winner of this is gonna be this, the LE. So this will last 2 hours in high mode. And I'm gonna preface this, I'm just doing high mode, but I'll put on the screen what it is on low mode because OLIGHT destroys in low mode. The next one's gonna be the MicroStream, which is 1.5 hours. And the OLIGHT has a weird one, and I'm impartial about it, but in high mode, it'll stay at 300 lumens, it'll last 3 minutes, and then it'll gradually go down to 150 lumens for 25 minutes, and then it'll go down to 30 lumens for 122 minutes. So, again, I don't know. I get it, but I also don't get it. So I'm rambling on here. LE gets to win here. All right, next category, durability. So what I'm gonna do with this is the MicroStream has a fantastic track record, but I will be honest, when I took this out of the box, it felt inexpensive. But it is made of aluminum. It's got polycarbonate lens. So this is built to last, and the track record proves that. With the OLIGHT, it feels extremely durable. With my past history with OLIGHT, I haven't had any issues with it, but there are a handful of people who have had issues with it. So it's a little spotty when it comes to that. But this does come with a 5-year warranty. So I'd almost say, I'd say MicroStream has the win just because of its track record. The LE, it's a $7 light. It is very thin aluminum. I don't think it could survive a bunch of falls like the OLIGHT's done for me, and what the MicroStream has done for me as well as many other people. All right, let's go on to the next category. Let's talk buttons. First place is going to be the OLIGHT. It's a good size, very tactile, requires a little bit of force but not too much force to turn this on, and it's got the grip on the ends too, so just feels really good. Second place is going to be the LE. Tactile, but you got to press it really deep, and I can see that being an issue. And one of the popular ones gets last place. I don't know whoever designed this, but he's a real jabroni because this thing requires a lot of effort to put this thing on. Like, seriously, I'm not exaggerating this. You got to push really hard to turn this on. So I hate it. I hate the button on this thing. All right, on to the next one. OLIGHT got the win. All right, now speaking of buttons, the LE has by far the dumbest programming. So you can't half press, you get the full press, and every single time you turn this off and turn it back on, it's gonna go to that next mode. So it never turns on to low mode every single time you turn it on. It's cheap, that's why. Now, both of these, you half press and it'll be low mode. You can double half press and it'll go into the high modes. And then if you do full click, it'll do low mode every single time. And then the switch out, you just double click and it'll go to high mode. So these are the same. They both get a point here. All right, guys, and lastly, we're going to go over the packaging. So the most expensive in this list had the worst box. They didn't even try. It's a plain white box. All right. The cheapest one has this really cool, colorful box here. And the OLIGHT looks like they put a lot of detail into this. So there is that. I don't know. For me, it's the little things. And when I received this one, I honestly thought I got a fake. So I went up to the forums and asked, and this is normal. So screw them for doing that. Other than that, we're done here. Hopefully you got a good idea as far as how these compare. So happy buying. And if there's any other light that you guys are interested in, let me know in the comments or send me a message and I'll buy it and I'll put it through the ringer and I'll let you know how it compares to the lights that I have already. Other than that, hit that like button, subscribe. It's only a couple inches below on the screen. Do me and my wife a huge favor. And that's it, guys. If you're not having a great day, make it great. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.